Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Carbon Collective Motorsport. We are back for another 4 races, four 15-minute sprint races. This one starting off at Trial Mountain. The car chosen this week by Aaron, who was the overall winner last week, was the Gr4 Audi TT Cup, I think it is. Front engine, front wheel drive. So let's have a look at the grid. We've got Thomas there in first place. Danny Bailey is in second place. We've got Moulton in third. Ice Chand is in fourth. We've got Vexed in fifth. Pickle is sixth. And Aaron bringing up the rear in seventh. So a couple of lads not able to make it this week. But without further ado, we shall get into it. The lights go out and they are off. So like some of the people... Someone's screeching their tyres in the background there, maybe not using the traction off the start, which I don't think is the faster way to start in these front cars. So Thomas heads up the pack into turn one. They're going to form a bit of a train on this first lap. Danny Bailey there in second place, being hunted down by Moulton in third. Ice Chan looking like he's going to make a move on Moulton up the inside into the tunnel. He manages to get it done as well. Some nice liveries on display this evening. Moulton has gone for the soft top. He likes a convertible, does Moulton. Vexed is there in fifth place currently. We have Aaron there in sixth and Pickle bringing up the rear in seventh. Thomas starting to edge away now. Dan Bailey had a look up the inside, didn't he? Not quite close enough to make it stick. It looked like Ice Chand as well, trying to set one up the inside. Also unable to make it stick. Then we have Moulton in fourth place. Vexed being challenged now by Aaron in fifth. Sixth even. Aaron trying to challenge Vexed for that fifth position. Momentarily looking up the inside and then thinking better of it. Wasn't quite close enough that time round. So actually no moves being made so far. Pickle starting to lose the back of the DRS train. Not that these cars have DRS, but they're all in a slipstream train at the moment. Well, the only person who isn't is Ice Chand, who's favouring that inside line. Oh, and Danny Bailey. Almost causing a few shenanigans there. He slid it. He's managed to hold it as he's off. Dropped down to sixth place now. Vex managed to get through there. And then Moulton. Aaron's got ahead of Moulton now. Aaron up to third place. Moulton there in fourth. Aaron with half a second's worth of penalty though. Thomas still in the control of this race at the moment. Comes into this left-hander hairpin. Up into the sometimes tricky little S's. Car just wants to skip out when you end up braking into that right-hander there. Looking like Thomas feeling quite confident at the moment in that Audi. Say Vex not far behind. Then we have Aaron who's going to have to serve that penalty, half a second's worth of penalty. Moulton and Vex now in a bit of a slipstream battle alongside him. They're going to move through to third and fourth. Is Vex going to have a look up the inside here against Mawson? Mawson holding it around the outside in third place. I think Vex did. It looked like he was going to keep the boot in, but Mawson actually going deep there. Is he going to come back along and collect Vex? No, he hasn't. So Vex and Aaron managed to get through. Aaron has actually managed to take that position away from Vex as well. After serving that penalty, Danny Bailey creeping right up onto the back of Vex through the tunnel. It looked like they were going to try and make it 3 wide into this turn here, but definitely a bit of a battle forming here. He's going to get the better momentum into this first tunnel. I think Vex at the moment a little bit of a sitting duck to Dan Bailey, who is right on his bumper at the moment. He pulls out a slipstream. He's going to have a look up the inside. And he actually pulls back in again, so Vex must be picking up the slip of Aaron up ahead. Absolutely cracking close racing in these Audi TTs. So Vex still holding on to that third place. Dan Bailey has managed to edge ahead of Aaron, who's dropped down to 5th now. Mawson not too far behind in 6th place. We got Pickle not too far off the back of Mawson now in 7th. Thomas has got a huge lead now. He is scampering off into the sunset. Ice Chan not too far behind, but not close enough to be picking up that slip anymore. Looking like maybe he picked up a small penalty. He looked quite slow along the straight. So Vex still in 3rd place with Danny Bailey behind him in 4th, but Dan Bailey has that half a second penalty. That will surely drop him behind Aaron. It looks like Aaron really closing up there. Through that first windy downhill sector. Aaron tries to have a look up the inside through the tunnel. Not quite close enough to get it done that time. Dan Bailey taking a narrower line through that last turn, which has allowed him to get right up onto the back of Vex again. Are we going to see the move come here? He pulls out of the slipstream. He's going to be on the inside for this turn. I think he's actually just edged ahead there as well. I think Vex is going to be trying to slot back into his slipstream. Or is he just going to hold it around the outside? Have to get a better view here. So he has managed to get it done. Mawson has managed to get a move done on Aaron as well. Now onto the back of Vex. Vex still trying to re-challenge Dan Bailey for that 3rd place. That was a great move there from Dan Bailey. Using the advantage of that slipstream. But he has had a moment. He's just had a slight moment which has allowed Vex to start clawing onto the back of him again. And he's picked up another half a second penalty. He's got a whole second's worth of penalty to serve. That will possibly drop him behind these 3 cars. So he is going to move over and serve that penalty. Vex will move through. He has unghosted now, so Mawson moving through and Aaron unable to do so far. But he's going to have a look up the inside as he into turn 1. And he actually manages to get the move done before the turn. Hopefully that's not going to unsettle him too much, and it hasn't. Who's that in the background? Pickle. He's taken a bit of a wide line through there, ended up kissing the barrier. He will rejoin though. Meanwhile, Thomas with the fastest lap for 1:59.459. Doing all he can to keep that gap consistent to Chand. Can we see Chand as we look back? You can just see him there, creeping into shot. Absolutely hugging that apex there, Thomas. Perhaps that's the better line to take. But he is doing well. He's doing well at the moment to keep that gap consistent to Ice Chan behind in second place. Looking like the tyre wear actually a lot more heavy on Chan's car. Perhaps he's favouring more of a front brake bias. Or perhaps just really working them front tyres a lot more than some of the other guys. I think Aaron just getting the move done on Dan Bailey in the background there. So we have Vexed in third place still with Mawson behind him with a half a second penalty. He's going to drop behind Aaron now. Is Aaron going to have to run into turn one? I think he might. And he is. He's having a look up the inside now. Edging ahead again before the turn. So Mawson was a little bit of a sitting duck there, wasn't he? In his convertible. So Aaron moving back up to fourth place in that Bitburger TT. Free to try and start trying to challenge Vexed up ahead in third place. Pickle now finds himself up to sixth. After that moment, Danny Bailey somewhere, somehow, all the way down in seventh now. So I don't think there's any notable battles really going on track at the moment. Maybe Mawson and Aaron actually. Aaron, or Mawson even, trying to get the move done on Aaron. Aaron holds off, covers that inside. Covers the inside line. Mawson having to go the long way round. I don't think he's going to manage to get it done quite just yet. And he doesn't. Great number plate on display there from Aaron. Or if that'll make it into the thumbnail, you never know. So Mawson still chasing down Aaron, trying to take that fourth place away. Aaron still trying to break that gap to Vexed up ahead. 12.5 minutes in now, only 2.5 to go. Which may be the remainder of this lap and possibly one more. So potentially 8 laps in this race. I don't know, Mawson having a bit of a moment there in the background. Where's he gone? He was on the back of Aaron. No, he's alongside. Actually trying to get that move done around the outside. He's managed to get it done. So that ragtop is definitely paying him dividends at the moment. Perhaps a little less heavy than the cars with a regular roof. Aaron getting all the shape through that last turn. All out of shape even. Mawson now trying to bridge that gap to Vexed up ahead in third place. Vexed actually driving really well tonight to hold on to that third as well. No moments so far. Might be a decent result on a podium finish. Thomas rounds the final turn onto the start-finish straight for the 7th time. Start of lap 8. So As I say, Thomas still in first place, Chan still in second, Vex still holding on to third, Molson is holding on to fourth, Aaron is there in fifth, we have Dan Bailey in sixth, and then Pickle not far off the back of him now in seventh, but Dan Bailey has managed to move back past him again. It's looking like Thomas may be on for the first win of the evening. First win out of 4 races. In the Alpine liveried Audi TT. So Molson has actually started creeping up. He's closer than he was before, isn't he? I don't think he's actually going to be close enough to go for a move in the dying stages of this race. Thomas is approaching the penultimate corner. We'll just stay on board and just see if Molson manages to close that gap up anymore. We are going to have to go on board with Thomas very shortly though. So it's looking like these two, Vex may be having to defend against Molson up to the checkered flag. So Thomas, he's going to take the checkered flag. He's going to make it 1 out of 4. GG Thomas. Absolutely dominating that first one. Ice Chand, he'll take second place. Well done, Ice. Brilliant drive, mate. And then Vex to Molson. Is Vex going to stay ahead? I think he is. He's just going to manage to stay ahead of Molson there to take third place. Molson will take fourth. Aaron is going to come home in fifth. Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey's going to bring home that sixth. And then Pickle will round up the field in 7th place. Well, that was race 1, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll be back with race 2 very shortly. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.